Hi, my name is Mindy. I play in a band called Lydia. So there's that.
Where did the band name originate from, and is there a meaning behind it?
Actually, a lot of people ask us this, and I really wish that we had a cool meaning behind it, but honestly, the band played their first show, or not one of their first shows, but it was one of their first shows, and they didn't even have a name, and the promoter was like, you have to have a name, so Steve, our guitarist, was just like, oh, Lydia, and thought of it, but a lot of people think that it comes from the movie Beetlejuice, because the girl's name is Lydia, which I like to tell people that, but it's not really true, so there's nothing behind it.
When did you first start to perform or like write music?
I started in high school. I was a super tomboy all throughout school, and then sophomore year, someone dragged me into a choir and was just like, try out, just do it. I know you can sing, and I didn't want to do it, but I tried out, and after that, I kicked sports completely and did show choir, and then started into like just doing my own kind of like acoustic stuff, and then Lydia found me. So.
What are some of your musical influences, either like performance-wise or like just?
Oh gosh, so many. Growing up, so many bands. I mean, my dad and my mom were in a band together when I was little, so that definitely had a big, huge part in me going into music. And then artist-wise, I mean, so many artists, like anywhere from the Beatles to Coldplay to Radiohead to Emily Haynes, Fiona Apple, like so many artists contribute, so.
Good one. Some people don't really see like being in a band or being a musician like as like a real job or like a career, so what's like something that you've like, an important thing you've learned over the past few years, like personal or business related?
To doing a band, to being in a band? Well, I'll tell you, you definitely have to want to do it, because for a few bands, or a lot of bands like us, like we don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
We do this out of like just the pure like love for it, because we don't see a lot of money from it. That's about it. I mean, you can definitely do it and take it seriously, and it all depends on the people who want to listen to your music, but I mean, I get the thing to me that's most important is that I'm doing what I love, and like I'm able to eat, and as long as I'm able to eat and still play and continue to do this, then I'm gonna keep doing it. So I think it's good. I mean, as long as we're taken care of, then I think it's a benefit. So.
What you like? What are some changes or progressions that you've undergone from this December to Illuminate?
Oh, so much. Well, actually, this December I wasn't on. There was a girl before me in the band. She was in it for just a little bit, enough to record the record, and then never, I don't think, toured. So there was a lot of difference between the last record and Illuminate, because I was never a part of like even being on the record or writing. So it was a big thing for me to actually be able to come together with a band and contribute and stuff like that. And I think just overall, actually having the full band contribute to one album definitely changed the sound. Not changed, but like added to it enough to where you can tell like there's growth in it.
Yeah,
so.
You've kind of undergone a couple of like record company changes, so how is it being signed to Universal Motown this past summer? Yeah,
it's definitely kind of a shock, because we were approached by them for a long time. Just several companies would come to us, and we just always wanted to stay. Like honestly, we were kind of scared, and we wanted to stay with the smaller labels, because it's that way it's hands-on, and you're not just like handing over what you're doing, and you have control over it. So it's definitely scary, but whenever we met the guys, and we knew that they were going to give us exactly like what we wanted, and they're more like friends and stuff. It's just I guess they just had like what we needed to hear and know to be able to switch to it, and they're awesome. I mean, they treat us really well, and it's definitely different, but it's definitely a plus for us. So.
Is there any message you try to convey through your music?
Personally, yeah. I don't know. I know everyone has different things, but we just like playing the music that we love, and a lot of people will ask, what are the lyrics about? I know Layton always says, people ask me what the lyrics are about, and I don't want to tell them because it's personal, and the cool thing I think about a song is that when you listen to it, you're going to have a different interpretation than I'm going to have, and I think that's the most important part. I think it's cool that like kids or people can listen to the songs and get it in, what they feel for it and connect with it, and I think that's the biggest part of playing music is that people can connect to it and feel what you're feeling, but like in maybe a different way, whatever. So it's cool. Yeah, I think that's the biggest part.
Is there a favorite song that you've written or that you like to perform?
I like playing "Now the One You Once Loved Is Leaving." I like that one. So it's a really long song, and I like that one. And I like what is that song? "A Fine Evening for a Rogue." I like playing that song too. So.
What's been one of your most memorable shows or tours to date?
Saves the Day tour. We did a Bamboozle Road show with Saves the Day, Armor for Sleep, Metro Station, and who else was on that? I don't know. It was an awesome tour though. Either way, it was just it was a bigger tour, so the things that come along with the bigger tour, and everybody on that tour was super nice, and it was just hanging out with best friends pretty much every single day, and just the people that came out every night. It was just huge crowds and stuff like that. So it was definitely like a change for us, playing small shows now, and then going to that and playing bigger shows like that. And other than that, Bamboozle, like festivals like that, playing huge festivals like that, and being able to like play to like that enormous crowd is always just such a adrenaline rush. So that's always fun.
Is there something you look forward to most or least while touring?
Least, yeah. Being in a van and not being able to go to the bathroom is one of the worst things for me, and my love for food is like off the charts, and so when we go on tour I always get super bummed out because like I'm not in my kitchen and I can't cook. I know I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna have to go through like the McDonald's drive-through and like try and like describe to them the reason why I need a cheeseburger without the cheese and without the burger because I'm vegan, or I'm borderline vegan, and so that's like the hardest part for me. I get really bummed out and just on the whole food situation, but what I look forward to is definitely just playing the shows. It's funny, like I said, we don't make a lot of money, and we get sick and we're freezing and stuff, but every single thing that we go through on tour and just like wanting, like getting in little like tiffs or whatever, which we don't really fight that much, but whatever, just being around other people all the time, it's all worth it for that 30 minutes, or on this tour we played like 60 minutes on stage. It's just worth it to play for that long. So
is there something you do every time, like before you perform?
I always have to warm up. I know a lot of people who don't warm up, but I think it's a big deal to warm up before shows, because even if like you feel like you've been singing all day and you feel like you're ready to play a show, it's definitely just a confidence booster. And I ultimately think that that's one of the biggest things in performing, is you have to just feel absolutely confident to play a good show. So I always do that, and I know the guys do some stretches here and there. So.
What was it like shooting the music video for I Woke Up Here to See?
That was really different because we never shot one before, and we knew we had like a budget for it, so I didn't know really what to expect. I thought we were going to try and keep it really low budget, so I was expecting to show up and just have like the camera and like a couple people. We got there and there was a whole production. There was a makeup artist, and there were people constantly like just being so nice to us, and how you would. I didn't even know it was going to be that way. It was just really cool, and the places that we shot were all really cool, and the idea behind the entire video was amazing, because we wanted to ultimately connect our video with what we feel our band represents, and it came out like this creepy fairy tale, dark.
It was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, and so it's just mysterious and everything, and I was so pleased that it came out that way. So yeah, it was awesome.